Dragonball Super Chapter 62 has been released this week, and my god, this chapter, I had mixed feelings. Like the last chapter, I had mixed feelings. It was good, but I feel like it was a bit of a cop-out also, or something like that. But I'm mostly satisfied with the way this chapter was done. But let me just get into the meat and potatoes. Did I just show up next Taku? Whatever. Anyway, let's get into the full length of this chapter. So the chapter starts off with that bizarre-looking, cliche Dragon Ball design villain of Moro in his final form. This has got to be his final form. Unless Toyotaro does something where Moro has a new form. But anyway, things are looking bad for our heroes because now he's got 7-3's power. And he got a huge power boost. Vegeta is pissed, charges at him, and Moro avoids every single blow. And he also elaborates on one quick thing that I believe we all caught up on in the last chapter, and it was confirmed. In order for Vegeta's Force Spirit Fission to be used efficiently, or actually activate, he has to make physical contact with Moro. And without doing that, Moro was basically untouchable. So, it is very possible that Vegeta could use Force Spirit Fission to separate Moro and 7-3. I did say last month that it's possible that since Moro just devoured 7-3 to get all the power back, Spirit Fission might not work. But I do believe that Vegeta can still siphon off his energy regardless. But Vegeta is just too slow now that Moro has back up to full strength and even stronger, possibly even doubled or tripled thanks to 7-3's initial power and the power that 7-3 copied. So as this is going on, Vegeta continues to fight and Moro manages to knock him down and he steals Vegeta's moveset. So this also confirms that aside from getting part of 7-3's look, Moro also got the ability from the android to, once he grabs the back of someone's neck, he can completely copy all their techniques. And once he copies Vegeta's techniques, he gets ready. Hold on, what happened? Hold on, something happened. Though I do like how Goku, none of them knew about 7-3's copy ability, and Gohan's explaining it. So, as Moro continues to beat down on Vegeta, he fires a big bang attack. And after getting hit with it, Vegeta still survives. I do feel, one thing that people are kind of questioning is the fact that since Moro was so strong now and the heroes are getting weaker, that these attacks should vaporize them and just freaking kill them. But, whatever. What I do like is how afterwards he says, why would you give such a grandiose name to such an ordinary Ki Blast? Flat out insulting Vegeta. Dude, I wanted Vegeta to take down Moro last chapter. I really did. I didn't want this new final form, but this does up the stakes a bit more, so it doesn't feel like much of a one-sided fight. I do like that, but now it's even more of a one-sided fight for Moro. But, alright. Piccolo points out that since Moro copied Vegeta's moveset, he also learned Force Spirit Fission. And he also states that that Vegeta and Goku can't even fuse as a last resort, which has been a thing for Broly, for Zamasu, Boo. It's been a last resort. The fusion dance, which makes Gogeta canon thanks to the Broly movie, and the Batara earrings for Vegito. Since Vegeta flat out said that fusions can't be completely split apart, and hell, even take fusions that have lasted for years at this point and split them apart, is something horrifying because now we can't rely on a Deus Ex Machina of Vegito or Gogeta, the unstoppable force of the fusion of the two Saiyan warriors, to save the day in the end. Which, in all honesty, I am kind of happy about. I mean, everyone kind of speculated that if Moro got some kind of big power-up, Goku and Vegeta would have to turn into Vegito. But Vegito or Gogeta, if given the opportunity to. So, I do see this happening. So, what happens, one thing I do have to state is that they could resort to fusion. All they'd have to do is not let Moro make physical contact. I feel like they could end up doing fusion in the end, or Goku could end up going to Mastered Ultra Instinct in the end. Or what would be pretty awesome is if Vegeta got Ultra Instinct too. The two of them entered it together. Yeah, that'd be more of a fan fiction, but regardless, if they do decide to go into fusion, they'd be able to get Vegito's Force Spirit Fission regardless. So I do see them fusing as a possibility, and if they're faster than Moro, they can siphon off his energy and take him down for good. We move back to a look at where everyone's shocked at what happened to Vegeta, and Dende ends up saying that he is going to go down there and provide support, which I do like because Dende has done practically nothing in Super. So now he's going to play the role that he played back in the Buu Saga, the Cell Saga, and in the Frieza Saga, near the end of it, in being the healer, going down to provide medical aid to the fighters, which for Vegeta, Goku, and Gohan will boost their power, possibly make them even faster to match Moro's speed, because they've taken a lot of damage in this fight. So then they heads down, and we cut back to Krillin with a bag of Senzu beans, regretting to give Goku the Senzu beans back when they met previously. So yeah. So Bean Daddy is back. So they start heading on, and with that, we cut back to the fight with Gohan and Piccolo teaming up against Moro to no avail. And yeah, they get taken down pretty easily. Gohan manages to make a barrier to protect himself from a huge ki blast from Moro, but then he blasts Piccolo as he grabs Moro's legs. But Piccolo is like, even if I die, I won't let go. But Moro just states that he's just playing around with them. I'm going to let you live because you're my precious meal. Which makes sense, because if they die, he can't siphon off their energy. So, it makes complete sense, I have to say. While I do hate the fact that there was a cop-out for Moro with this big power-up in the end, I do kind of agree that it fits into Moro's character because he's not being a Frieza or a Cell or a Buu or even a Zamasu. He's not showboating. He's just being like, I'll just play with you for a little while until you can't fight back anymore, and then I'll siphon off your energy. Because if he was like any other Dragon Ball villain, he'd try to finish him off right then and there. So, yeah. Then Gohan makes a ring of energy, which I think could be the Galactic Donut, one of Gotenks' moves, which, in my honest opinion, I get that Goten and Trunks are, in fact, on 17's island to protect it while 17 is off fighting Moro with everyone else, but I feel like they probably should be feeling all this energy, and they're like, I know 17 is going to be really mad at us for leaving the island. We can make it up to him later, but let's go fight. They're not going to make any difference, but it could help with the fact that extra Saiyans there could help, or something like that. I don't know. I mean, more numbers could help, or not. But, yeah, I do see stuff happening. But, anyway, Moro gets caught in this ring, and then slammed down with Gohan slams it down to keep him restrained. Goku, with a nice callback to the Cell games, does an instant transmission Kamehameha at Moro point blank. Moro moves his arm in front of the ki blast to try and stop it. And as the dust clears, we see Moro's left arm completely destroyed. But in Cell fashion, he regenerates. So he used, especially since 7-3 copied Piccolo earlier, he managed to keep the copy power of Piccolo. So he regenerates his arm, and in a gruesome way, pointed towards Goku, regenerates it, and right through Goku's chest. So how many times has Goku been hit through the chest? I'm counting 4 or 5. I'm thinking 5. I'd say 5 times at this point. Let's see. Raditz, the Resurrection F. I'm thinking. Zamasu, this. I think in the Buu Saga also. Yeah, so I think about 4 or 5 times he's been hit in the chest. He's been given a blow through the chest. So yeah, Moro regenerates his arm through Goku, and this is honestly one of the most gruesome panels in Dragon Ball Super. This is straight up regular Dragon Ball Z type of brutality. So I like that because I grew up with Dragon Ball Z, and I like seeing this brutality in its full. So in everyone's shock, Goku falls down to the ground, and Moro's like, "Oh, you can't die yet. I still need your energy." Kicking Goku off to the side, Gohan continues to try and take down Moro, but backhands Gohan with no effort whatsoever. The androids try. Hold on, I'm being ahead of myself. So, as Moro is getting a little confident in himself, saying that it seems that Saiyans receive a power boost when enraged, but it's hardly enough to close the gap between them. It's just then Dende uses telepathy to tell Piccolo that he's on his way so that he can heal them. But another ability that Moro managed to copy thanks to 7-3 was telepathy. So he hijacked their telepathy and learned that Dende is on his way there to heal them. He's like, you know what? No interferences. And he launches an energy ball straight up in the air, you know, like Vegeta style in the Saiyan saga. But instead of creating an artificial moon like Vegeta, he creates a barrier of energy to keep them inside and to keep any outside interference. So when Dende reaches the area, you know, he's like, crap, I'm being useless again. I'm useless in this. And then Krillin sees it and he's like, what is it this time? So after pushing away Jocko and Piccolo into the ground, the androids try and take Moro from behind, but he does a backhanded finger pistol and knocks them both down without much effort. Piccolo apologizes for what's going on, for keeping him dragged into this, and Jocko's like, look, the Earth is my jurisdiction. I gotta stay here and I gotta fight no matter what, especially now. And Piccolo's like, good, I don't want to hear any regrets, and he gets ready to use an evil grenade. But more like a super evil grenade, in order to blow up everything inside the barrier to kill Moro and everyone with him. They can be revived with the Super Dragon Balls now that new Namek is brought back thanks to Vegeta. But even still, it is a very big sacrifice for Piccolo to do to kill everyone, including Moro. But Piccolo doesn't get the chance, as, remember, Moro copied Piccolo's moveset along with Vegeta's, so he does a special beam cannon straight through Piccolo, making him a Raditz. So Piccolo is pretty much down for the count, along with the androids Goku and Vegeta and Gohan, leaving only Jocko standing. I mean, out of everybody, Jocko was the least likely to do anything. So then they're trying to think how he can get in, but then all of a sudden, a hole opens up, an entryway for him to go in. He gets in the barrier, he's wondering what's going on, and he turns around, and we see an angel. And then it's like, it's you. We cut back to the fight, and Jocko gets his blaster ready. And since he's not doing it, and since Moro doesn't see him much as a threat, once Jocko blasts Moro, at the very last second, another blast comes in and hits him. Moro managed to block it and said that you imbued your energy within the shot. But it wasn't yours, but it wasn't Jocko's. It was Miras, back in his Galactic Patrol uniform. And at the very last second, he says, but you aren't a Galactic Patrol officer, are you? So I believe it's possible that he may have gotten his memories, the memories of Vegeta and... actually, no one knew Miras was an angel except for Goku. So, possibly just guessed it. I mean, Moro is centuries old, possibly even millennia old. But yeah, so there's that. And the chapter ends with Miras showing up. I have no idea what could happen next. I mean, Dende's back, so he's definitely going to heal everybody as Miras keeps Moro busy. But what is going to happen to Miras? Because we specifically said that they cannot completely intervene in the fate of the mortals. Otherwise, he'd be erased, or he'd be stripped of his rank as an angel and his power, or even worse, erased from existence by the Omni King himself. We have no idea what's going to happen next. This was a brutal chapter, a one-sided fight between everybody. Moro can copy everyone's abilities, and one thing I didn't state in this review at this point is that since he basically completely assimilated 7-3 in the powers supercharging everything, there is no time limit to the power he has copied from everyone else. So he has Piccolo's regeneration, telepathy, special beam cannon, Vegeta's power boosting force spirit fission permanently. So there's no time limit, and I believe he can. I don't know. He's got the limits of how many people he can copy at once. I don't know. If he has, if we do, I think 3 at once was 7-3's limit within 30 minutes. I think that was his limit. But anyway, what's gonna happen next? What do you guys think? Dragon Ball Super. I believe Moro arc is one of the better arcs in Dragon Ball Super right now. In my opinion, I do think that this is one of the better arcs. Have there been some weird and bizarre decisions made that could make it, unenjoyable? Sure. But I'm still enjoying the arc, and with a lot of frustrating things happen, I can see this arc turning out to be Dragon Ball Super's best. Well, one of its best, canonically. But yeah, with all that said and done, what do you guys think is going to happen next? Will Miris hold off Moro long enough for Dende and Krillin, most likely, since I believe Krillin will make it in, with the Senzu Beans, to heal everyone so that they can all fight against Moro again? Will Goku turn into Mastered Ultra Instinct in order to stand a chance against them? Will Vegeta and Goku attempt fusion with Forced Spirit Fission so they can manage to take down Moro? Or will Miris use his angel powers at the very last minute, risking erasure to save everyone from Moro? I have no idea, but any of those are possibilities. What do you guys think? Are any of those possibilities going to happen? Do you think something else will happen in the next chapter that's going to come out in a month? Let me know in the comments down below. And let me know what you thought of this chapter overall. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it meh? Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share my channel and my videos with people so this channel can grow, so I can keep making more videos. And when I do make manga reviews, I can make them more showy. Maybe even find a green screen or something, make it look a lot more appealing. But with all that said and done, I'm glad you guys watched this video, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.